Hey friends, athletes, what's going on? Brandon Showman here, physical therapist and performance coach. Get your fix physical therapy, get your fix nutrition, CrossFit coach, and running technique specialist. And I work with you athletes to create more resilient athletes so you don't have to defer races or stop your training. So food intake, calories, fuel, essentially. I like to call food fuel because as athletes, that's what we need to focus on. Hey Meg, is how do we fuel our bodies for the necessary tasks that we undergo on a daily basis? Our day-to-day tasks as well as our training. Hey Elliot. And I've talked to a number of people recently who are just telling me like, hey Devin, is they can't get enough calories in because they're not hungry. And it's something that's kind of popped up as the summer heat has come on. And so I've had conversations just trying to figure out, is it more water intake that they're just filling their stomachs up, or trying to get an understanding on what's going on. And I think that is part of it. Just that it's hot, we're sweating more, and so we do get more fluids. And I know myself, I drink a lot more fluids this time of year. And so I think that is part of it. I don't know if that's the full part of it, but I think the water intake is a part of the situation. So the question lies, when we are in these states of, we know we need more calories, hey Stacia, we just aren't hungry though to put any more food in us, what do we do? So first off, I want to ask you is evaluate or assess what you're taking in. Are you taking in foods that are very caloric dense or not very caloric dense? For instance, for me, a lot of times lunch, I eat a really big salad and huge, mixing bowl salad. So it's a lot of food, but it's a total of 500 calories. And that includes the protein I put in it, because a lot of those types of foods are filling, but they aren't very caloric dense. So a lot of our vegetables that we eat aren't really caloric dense. And then if we add lean proteins to it, so maybe it's your turkey, chicken, seafoods, things like that, especially like your shellfish, white fishes, things like that don't have a whole lot of fat to them, that are really lean, we're not getting a whole lot of calories in. So maybe what you need to do, if that's your situation, is add denser caloric foods to your consumption. So thinking about vegetables, your dark leafy greens, anything salad is not going to have many calories. A lot of your green vegetables, as far as broccoli, asparagus, things like that, don't have a ton of calories. But looking at some of your starchy or higher sugar ones, hey Masood, looking at your sweet potatoes, looking at carrots, beets, things like that, yes, they're a little bit higher on the carbohydrate side, but they're a lot more caloric dense, they're a lot more filling as well. And so you can usually eat less of it and get just as many calories as what you would get in a lot more of, say, asparagus, broccoli, green beans, things like that. Same thing when we're looking at our proteins. Looking for the higher fat, but still healthy proteins. So your salmon and halibut, which are going to be higher fat content. Things like lamb. A lot of times with the pork, I do suggest getting more of your organic, your free range, things like that, because of the fat content and what it is in them. But sticking to some of those more healthy fat type of proteins can also be really good for you as well, in order to add more calories to what you're taking in, so you're not eating so much. Hey Dennis. So want to throw those ideas out there for you. So if you are someone who, it's summer, it's hot, hey Jerry, just can't figure out possibly why you can't get as much food in, or maybe just in general, you need a lot of calories and that's a lot of food. Just really think of what denser type foods can you get in, or can you consume, that you don't need to eat as much of them in order to get some good high calories in. So if you have any questions about that, need any more suggestions on types of food, definitely put your questions on here. I'd be happy to answer any questions I have to help you problem solve how you can get more calories in with less amount of food. So have an awesome rest of your Monday, guys. Thanks for hopping on. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.